What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be discussing how I use SPY and QQQ to my advantage when it comes to swing trading and day trading. But real quick, before we can hop into the video, what I need you guys to do is make sure to click that like as well as clicking that subscribe and that bell icon. It would mean the absolute world to me. But without further ado, let's hop into the video. So I know a lot of people have been asking, how do you use SPY and QQQ to your advantage when it comes to day trading and swing trading? And I'm going to be discussing, one, how do we find these levels, these key levels that we want to pay attention to on SPY and QQQ when it comes to day trading, and then I'm also going to be discussing how I find the important levels when it comes to swing trading. But yeah, the very first thing is going to be, if you guys have not already watched those Saturday videos that I put out for my SPY and QQQ technical analysis going into the next week, I highly suggest that you do watch that video because those are going to be the absolute key levels that you do want to know about when it comes to the overall market, specifically when it comes to SPY and QQQ. So when it comes to QQQ, as far as the priority weekly levels that I want to know about, first off, I start by doing my basic support and resistance. So if you guys don't know how to plot your support and resistance, I will be leaving a link down in the description. Make sure you guys do watch that video. That's a free 1-hour seminar that I did end up doing on how to plot your support and resistance. But basically what I do is I start on the monthly time frame, plot my support and resistance, break it down to the weekly, plot my support and resistance, and then break it down to the daily, where I'll also plot my support and resistance. Now from there, I'm done when it comes to regular support and resistance on SPY and QQQ. If I'm paying attention to the weekly levels, I don't break it down any lower than a daily time frame. But then on top of that, I also use my person's pivots. If you guys don't know what person's pivots are, basically the person's pivots is they are predetermined support and resistance points depending on what time frame you have them set to. So if we're looking at QQQ, the person's pivots that I like to use is going to be day, week, month, and quarter. Again, if you guys don't know how to use the person's pivots, I do have a video for that. I'll be leaving that down in the description. But this purple line right here, that is going to be your weekly person's pivot. So at the end of Friday, it determined that this level is going to be a support or resistance point. This black one, white one, and black one right here, this upper one is resistance, this is the actual pivot, and then this is support. Well, this one right up here, the resistance, was actually determined yesterday at close. The way that the person's pivots determines these levels is, one, it takes the high, low, and close, adds them all together, and then divides it by 3 to give you the actual person's pivot. After that, it does some math, I don't remember it right off the top of my head, to give you this resistance 1. It also gives you a second one, which you can see is all the way up here. And then we also have support 1 and support 2. Again, I do this on the daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly. That way, if I were to just pull up SPY and QQQ, okay, this purple line right here, that's going to be important. The orange one right here is actually your monthly person's pivot. We can see that was key support multiple times on QQQ. So I'll also add that on top of my basic support and resistance point. So then, as you can see, I have my purple one marked right here. And then as far as the weekly support, I mean, that's all the way down there. So you can see I have my quarterly, the other monthly one's going to be right here. So this area right here would be a very, very important support level on QQQ. And then on top of that, I'll also use my Fibonacci retracements or extensions to also determine other support or resistance points. So again, I do that on SPY and QQQ. Now when it comes to actually finding my day trading SPY and QQQ levels, we actually have somebody in the Discord server. His name is Wall Street Savage, and he puts out these important levels when it comes to QQQ and SPY every single morning. And these levels, let me tell you, they are super, super accurate. So as you can see this morning, he ended up sending out 312 is going to be a resistance point, 310 is going to be a key level, this 305 level is going to be a key level. We have a gap at 302.26, another key level at 300, and then yesterday's close was at 298.44, or last close was 298.44. So again, these are all the levels that we want to know about in QQQ. Now, when it comes to actually day trading, these levels are going to be super, super important. The reason being, you could be looking at, let's just say, Facebook, and I didn't actually end up day trading today, so I don't have the levels. I'll just put up yesterday's levels, which are right here. But anyway, say we were day trading Facebook yesterday, or whatever it was, Tesla, Facebook, Microsoft, it doesn't matter. If you are trading any of those big tech names, you want to pay attention to these levels, because in reality, Facebook could look like it's getting ready to break out. However, QQQ is coming up to a key level. So what ends up happening is you could end up buying the top of that Facebook before it rejects the one level and ends up pulling back. And I can't tell you how many times that's happened, or if I were to go short and QQQ is coming down to one of those key support levels, let's just say like 295. This happened last week. It was on QQQ. I went short on, I want to say it was SQ, and QQQ was coming down to a key level. Therefore, as soon as QQQ got to that level, I sold my put position on SQ, and what ended up happening once QQQ hit that support is it immediately reversed and went back to the upside, and so did SQ. Even though SQ had more room to the downside, piecing that together with QQQ helped me take my profits way before I actually got stopped out. Now again, the most important thing is going to be, you could be looking at a trade. Let's just say you're looking at Microsoft, and Microsoft is getting ready to orb, it's squeezing, the whole 9 yards. Everything is saying that this thing wants to go up. However, QQQ is sitting at a key level of resistance. Again, what's more than likely going to happen is most people would go long in that scenario because, oh, Microsoft looks really, really good. We're going to take it for calls. However, QQQ comes up, hits that key level, reverses, you end up losing money on the Microsoft. So you're like, what just happened? Why did I lose money? It's because you don't know about the SPY and QQQ levels. So the way that I piece together SPY, QQQ, and then the normal day trades on, Facebook, Tesla, Microsoft, Apple, is if QQQ were to break above one key level, or it has room to another key level, and I'm looking at an individual name and that setup looks strong, I'm going to go that way and I'm going to use QQQ and SPY as a double confirmation in that trade. So let's just say that Facebook looked strong and Facebook was about to orb, and at the same time QQQ was breaking above 301.94. Well, if we're looking at the QQQ levels, we have no resistance until 305. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go long on that Facebook trade, and if QQQ starts to come up towards 305, I know to get out of that position, or if Facebook itself has important support or resistance points that we do want to know about as well, or we're just satisfied with the profits. But again, I cannot stress the importance of paying attention to SPY and QQQ, because in reality, my day trading game changed so much once I figured out how to actually read SPY and QQQ, and my day trades have been not only more accurate, but I've been able to profit more because I now know how to piece these two things together and form a double confirmation. But yeah, hopefully that video did make sense to you guys. If you guys do want to see more of how to piece the SPY and QQQ together with your individual trades, just make sure to comment down below. I will definitely do part 2 in the future. But real quick, if you guys could, make sure to click that like as well as clicking that subscribe and that bell icon. It would mean the absolute world to me. Everybody have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video.